a virgin off rip. You should be a virgin. Number two, the man in your life, I don't care if it's a brother, an uncle, your daddy, your stepdaddy, whoever it is, that man should be 100% involved in vetting any man that's trying to come into your life long before that man get any opportunity to sniff around your panties. So that's the real issue, because those men that just want to run around and be dogs, y'all have no defense for that. And and it's been proven time and time and time again. Y'all have no defense for that. None whatsoever. So the real issue is a woman needs to be chaste until her brother, her uncle, or whatever man in her life that's not trying to sleep with her can help her find a man that he says, yeah, baby sister, that's a good one. Or yeah, daughter, that's a good one. Or yeah, niece, that's a good one. Because y'all don't know what y'all doing. Y'all don't know what you're doing. That's why you have such rotten results with the male counterpart. And that's it.
Okay, I'm gonna let Zia respond before I get to Hannibal and roster Reese. Go ahead,
Thank
Zia.
you, host. So this is comical, right? You led with saying, I don't know any black men that disrespect their women. So that already invalidates the conversation, because you're already so biased that you're incapable of having a transparent conversation. I can say, I've never known anyone that was raped. Doesn't mean that women haven't been raped. But because you're already coming in with this mindset that whatever the woman's experience is a form of her delusion, you're minimizing what women are telling you, which is why we can't really grow and bond the way that we should, because we're always going to be the ones culpable. We're always going to be the ones that's in the wrong. It's always the man that did the most. It's always the woman's fault. And you all, especially black men, have a very hard time with looking in the mirror and saying, you know what, maybe I really ain't shit. But instead, you're going to project your insecurities onto that woman and try to make her responsible for fixing you and bettering the relationship, all while you sit back with your feet up, waiting for her to do the work to make it work. And it's never going to work that way.
Okay, Hannibal, 2 minutes, your turn.
Yeah. I'll go directly to the prompt and just move on. I myself as a man, I cannot respect you and love you at the same time. Respect is something that's earned, and love is acts that are given, or acts that I do as a man, or even as a woman that I'm doing. So let me give you an example. I'm gonna be really quick with this. You have a child and you love that child. But at the same time, you're not going to give respect to that child because the child doesn't know anything, right? You get what I mean? The child has not done anything to get that respect, but you love that child. You will take care of that child. You will guide that child the right way. Does it sound familiar? Like your man's doing that for you? So in that regard, the man is loving you by guiding you in your life. And the response from that, because he's doing those things, is that you respect him. I say I'm going to go down to the basics too. In that regard, and when I say that, women are the prize. They walk around as the prize. I remember this talked about earlier. And being the prize, I'm going to do acts of love to get you. So I'm going to do things like take you on a date, court you, and be nice to you. That response would be respect from you back to me. You're going to respect me for doing those acts of love. But if you don't give me that respect and I continue to give you that love, I'm called a simp. That's what happens. And that's what happens when a man puts his foot forward, not knowing about women. And that's how we are doing it right now. And a lot of modern day women don't like that now, that men are reacting to what they're doing now. Because a lot of women are not traditional anymore, or virgins, like this gentleman said too. To finish up now, so I said men love women while women don't like men. So in that regard, I want my woman to respect me, because she can't love and hate me at the same time, but she can hate me and respect me at the same time, just like you do for your boss. Does that make sense? I'm just throwing it out there.
No, it doesn't.
Hannibal, that's your time. Roster Reese 803 is your turn. You have 2 minutes.
Why do you think black men do not respect today's black woman? Well, I mean, I think a lot of men, they are tired of getting beat up on, you know what I'm saying? And just shitted on 24/7, talk about, oh, I'm a strong black woman, I don't need you. But even though there are black men that disrespect black women, I think there is no demographic on the face of the earth that disrespects the black woman more than she disrespects herself. You can hear her calling herself the B word. I mean, they promote degenerate hookup culture. They celebrate when their daughters, they 14 years old and they get pregnant and they decide to celebrate and throw a $5,000 baby shower. I mean, it's no baby father at the baby shower. There's no ring or I don't know what they celebrating, but I don't think nobody can disrespect the black woman more than she disrespect herself. And I just think that a lot of men, we should just always allow women to do whatever they want to do, say whatever they want to say, and you just make sure that you have good discernment and pick wisely. Because a lot of these women, they don't have the best discernment because they don't have, like the brother said, a father to help them pick. And I heard somebody in the comments say, well, most women get raped by other men. Yes, because they realize they don't have a father to protect them. The data is already there. They went to the prison in Texas and they asked all the offenders, why did you hurt this child? And the most common reason was they noticed they did not have a father in the household. It's just like in the wildlife kingdom. When the bird come and steal your eggs in the nest, it's because there wasn't nobody there to protect them. And I land with that.
Okay, Rasta, that's your time. CK1, your turn. You have 2 minutes. CK1.
What's going on, people? What's going on, people? Question: why do you think black men do not respect today's black women? I think it's just like a two-tier approach. I think we as a people have been taught to disrespect ourselves a lot for whatever entertainment, for just because society itself is always trying to have some type of like feel as if like with what one person does, black person ability politics. But here's the thing. I don't think we disrespect ourselves any more than anybody else. But I think because our society is, we're always focused on ourselves about what it is that we're doing. I think a lot of black men disrespect black women because, let's be clear, a lot of black men, because they don't have a father in the home, they don't know what it looks like to be a man. They don't know. They go out here cosplaying. They watching TV, they listen to music, they sitting their homeboys and all of this shit, right? And they're learning how to treat women by either how their mother was, right? Or how they think other men will view them differently by how they treat women. But the bottom line is everybody ends up fucking up. So I don't know if I can curse on the panel or not, but everybody ends up in the same pot, right? But also we got to understand that when we're talking about black men and black women, there's always going to be in every society a stratification in the individuals, right? If you are a certain type of man, you're going to be a type of man that disrespects women, period. It is what it is. And if you're a woman, it's all going to be based on where you are in that society and where you are in those group of people. Because there's another side of black society and black people and black men that don't have any of the issues that one other side does, and that's based off of how, whoever's in the home and things of that nature. So it's a multifaceted approach.
Okay, guys, 5 minutes. Open panel. Good luck. 5 minutes.
I just want to say, I think it's so interesting to the point that was made when a father's absent, but yet still no accountability for him deciding to be absent. So we're going to fault the child or the mother because that man decided he didn't want to be there, or this family life, which just wasn't fun enough. But yet that's her responsibility and the child's fault. It's interesting how many excuses modern men, and I say that with air quotes, make all of these lame excuses for why a man did something, but want to hold a woman to the fire every single time a man makes a mistake. Well, that man couldn't be better because of his woman. Well, he left because of her. Maybe he just left because he couldn't bear the burden of actually having to be responsible and present for his children. That's not always a woman's fault. Hold men accountable. Y'all make, you know what? Y'all talk about women emasculating men. No, y'all emasculate each other because you keep caping and making these lame excuses for one another. And that's why today's men are so damn weak.
Well, maybe the man's in the attic. Maybe that's what's happening.
Hire a piece of trash dude for a job and then come complain to everybody else about the shitty job he did. Why the fuck did you give this shitty dude a kid?
Come on now.
Hold him responsible for himself.
Excuse me. What in his life showed any woman that he should be a father when he ain't got a pot to piss in and when to throw it out? He ain't got a career. He ain't got an education. He ain't got retirement plans. He ain't got insurance. What made your pussy wet around an undeveloped boy just because he was over the age of 18? And
but women are told
to hire a piece of trash to give somebody as a father, we're going to hold you responsible because God made you the Alpha and Omega to choose which bloodline gets to continue, which ones don't. Men get held accountable for all kinds of shit. But women are told But the one thing men will never get held accountable for is who gets to choose to get to procreate, because that is on you. It's your body, your choice.
But
so
woman is told
because the man
to raise a man. Though.
So we're not going to hold him accountable. We're not going to hold the man accountable for his adult decisions, his lack of discernment, his irresponsibility. We're only going to hold her accountable. Don't worry, man. You're good. We know you ain't shit, but it's all good. Let's talk to this woman.
Well, yeah.
What are we talking about?
I think here's the thing. We can't say. Here's the thing. I think we can't. I think both things can't be twice, right? Like we can't, as men, we can't say we leaders, right? But then at the exact same time say like, hey, this is accountability. That when it comes to this one thing, it's on somebody else, right? The same way as men, we gotta take accountability if we pick an ain't shit woman, right? That's on us. We pick an ain't shit woman that did whatever she did to us, whatever it is, we got to take that accountability and do that shit as well. But, you know, in honesty, we have a little bit of problem in that as well. Just like we get on women, we got a little problem in that shit as well. But let's be clear. If majority of us as a black community would not be on this earth, real talk, if we really upheld the standards that we're saying, a lot of niggas would have never been fathers. A lot of niggas would never have been married because it ain't about finances, about all that shit. If we were to look in the black community like the white people look in their community when they're talking about lineage, the first thing I look for is family. Let me see what your family comes from, because whatever your family you have, that's going to be whatever family you have is going to be is going to influence what my family is going to look like. The resources I have, the network I have for my children, things of that nature. How you think, how you go. If you didn't, in my perspective, the way I grew up, if you didn't come from a 2-parent household, I wasn't marrying you, because there's a mindset that I'm looking for that I need that woman to have the same mindset for. But thankfully, we don't all look at it in that perspective, and we can have a little bit of elasticity. Now, land on this elasticity in that, because we understand how varied we come from, the relationships and the you know, the families and shit we come from. So like, I think that's a great in theory. I think we should all practice that more. But in reality, if women were to do that, majority of niggas would have never had a seed on this earth.
Yeah.
Good. Because they shouldn't have had none.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have had any.
See, what he doesn't want to say out loud, and what most black men don't want to say out loud, is that your mama wasn't shit. That's what you don't want to say. That's the reason why you picked the woman that you picked. It's because your mama wasn't shit. Your mama brought you in this world to a shitty ass situation and circumstance. Your mama was fucking multiple people. You and your brothers ain't got the same daddy. How you gonna pick a good woman when all you've ever been around is hoes?
And that's interesting that you say that, right? So that's the trauma. When you were talking about we don't want to deal with you women with all this going on. Do you think we want to deal with men who have all these mama issues and daddy issues like majority of you all do? Because the same issues that you claim, the same issues and trauma that you say women have, y'all got the same issues. We're from the same community.
And you shouldn't
We
procreate with them.
have the same exact problem. So guess what? You're bringing all your bullshit.
You shouldn't procreate with them.
I didn't interrupt you, Saul.
Okay,
You're bringing all your bullshit to us as well.
Open panel is over. Open panel is over. That was 5 full minutes. Okay, so let's get to the new panelist, Mika. 2 minutes. What are your thoughts on the topic, Mika? Hello? Hello?
Oh, yes.
Oh, okay. I think she may have pressed it by mistake. Okay. We're gonna get to the new panelist.
Thing
Miss
and
Mazik.
report
Miss
self
Mazik.
grade.
Miss Mazik, it's your turn. You have 2 minutes. Hello. Okay, guys. Can y'all be ready when y'all come up? Tula, your turn. You have 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
See, I got
Yes, your
um
turn. You have 2 minutes.
oh well yeah, I'm just me I like what both people saying, but like I said, at the end of the day, two sides, we both grown up. People gotta just be accountable, man. The man gotta be accountable for the man, the woman gotta be accountable for the woman. But, what I hear and what I see sometimes is that, women say that men don't take accountability. And some men don't, but the ones that do, when we take accountability, it's like it still get thrown on us saying it's the man's fault, it's the man's fault. We could take accountability and show you what type of person this man is, and some women would still go for that man. You know what I'm saying? So there's only so much accountability that a man could take. Some women, you have to look back and say, this man has, you know what I'm saying? Look at the results that he's out here creating. He not only has 2 baby mamas, he has 5 different baby mamas. And like I say, yes, as men, we're gonna take fault because he's wrong for what he's doing. But as a woman, you have to take fault and look at the pattern. And we saying like, you looking at this pattern, you still giving this man a chance. It's like, no, you shouldn't give him no chance. It's just chances are over. You have 5 different baby mamas. There's a problem there. Something's wrong. But some women choose to give these men chances due to their finances, due to their status, due to how they look, whatever benefits them. So what I'm saying is like, yes, even if we do take accountability and say, what we wrong as men, at some point you have to step up and take accountability as a woman.
Okay. Zia, I'm gonna give you a moment. Just let me get to Mika. Mika, 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Black men do not respect today's black women because it's not been required for so long. A lot of black women are content with the bare minimum. As long as that they have a quote unquote man that's doing the bare minimum, that's all that matters to them. And I think that it is so evident with a lot of men that they're used to giving the bare minimum because that's what they have been asked for. So, I say to women, step your game up, stand your ground, and walk until and be the great person that you are. And if a man can't accept that, walk away. I land.
Okay, go ahead, Zia. 1 minute.
Thank you. So the reality is, Pooya, a lot of men don't take accountability. If they did, we wouldn't have so many rules and regulations in place to ensure that men are taking care of their kids. Women, we have the burden of childbirth. So a lot of the decision making does impact us more than you all. But the problem is that it has become such a disease for men to not take accountability that they literally had to create what's called child support to make sure that men are supporting their kids. If we thought that all men were capable and willing and just take initiative to take care of their children, there would be no need for child support. But because so many men want to dodge that bullet, well, she let me inseminate her. She didn't tell me no. And then want to be respected as leaders, and you can't even lead your own penis in the right direction. So you can't continue to complain about women when these are also the women you're choosing and having children with.
Okay, Zia.
I can say something.
Can
Hold on,
Rasta speak?
Tula. Hold on, Tula. Give me a sec. Okay, go ahead, Rasta. 1 minute. 1 minute.
Yeah, I see a lot of people keep talking about this word accountability, and she just made the whole point. Society literally forces men to be accountable by paying their child support or they go to prison. Okay, I mean, are we supposed to lecture men every day and force them to sit down and cut the grass with a pair of scissors? Like, what does accountability supposed to look like? Because when a man is broken, poor, and can't take care of his children, they got a place called prison for him. But when a woman is broke and poor and can't take care of her children, they got a place called Section 8. They got food stamps. They got ABC vouchers. They got everything in the world for a woman to dodge accountability. But for a man, we are literally forced to be accountable. So I really would like for women to stop saying, let's hold these men accountable. Let's line them all up and cut their toenails off. Like, what do you want us to do?
But Rasta, aren't you guys supposed to be the head of the household? Aren't you supposed to?
No, ma'am, no, we not. We only the head of the household that we a part of, and 70% of y'all don't got no man in your household.
Okay, Rasta, hold on one second. 90s dope boy. You're new to the panel. You have 2 minutes. What are your thoughts?
Okay, my thoughts is only directed to the middle-aged black woman. I'm not talking about like women 22 to 30. This rhetoric now, what they damn near trying. Hold on, somebody mute up. We got some kind of echo a little bit. Okay, this change of guard they want to have with the middle-aged woman. I think a lot of men they pushing back on that. You know, they're not accepting that role. You know, they think just because if they make, you know, $5,000 or $10,000 more, you know, they got the upper hand in the household now. You know, most men they not willing to have that type of separation where, you know, it's too much power on that side. So I think on the middle-aged women, they definitely need this rebirth. It's like you're born again. You understand me? Just because you're making a little money now. You know what I'm saying? So men not giving up their position on that on that tip no more. And I land.
Okay, man. It just baffles my mind how scared of the word accountability men are.
I still been waiting to
But
respond.
again, you guys want to be perceived as the head of the household, the leaders, the king of the court.
Hold on, Mika. Sorry about that. It's actually Saul's turn. I'll get to you after.
Can I speak after Mika, please?
Yeah. Go ahead, Saul.
Thank you. This is what men cannot do. We cannot dictate what type of father a man chooses to be. The only person that can dictate that is you. You're supposed to interview him first. Why did he get a baby without even committing to you? What makes you think he's going to commit to the child? There are literally men out there that look for stupid pussy because he said, you know what? If I can find some stupid pussy, I can just get my baby and then I ain't got to take care of her or the kid. She got to take care of it. And they're going to chase me for money and I'll avoid it. And you fell for the trick. I can't tell a man to be there with his child. If he say all I want to do is have kids and just let him know I'm alive, that's his prerogative. The only person who gets to choose what type of father will get to exist is the woman who procreated the child for him.
Okay, go ahead, Mika. 1 minute.
I said it just baffles my mind how you guys want to be the leaders. You want to be the kings. You want to be the ones who are in charge. But you're so scared of the word of accountability. I mean, I don't understand it. What happened? What's the problem with that? You know, there's nothing wrong with being accountable for who you are and who you are responsible for. If you're going to have a family, you are responsible for that family, and you should make sure that they're okay at all times. But a lot of you men are not ready or in position to do that, and I don't understand that. You know, I love men. I love y'all with all my heart. I just want y'all to do better because I know that some of you can, but you won't. And I just think that it is time for men in general, black, white, Hispanic, whatever, y'all to come into position and walk into that position that you say you want and stop being stagnant, stop being scared.
Okay, go ahead, CK. Go ahead. 1 minute.
I always struggle with like the generalized accountability because you can't do that. No one can make someone accountable that they don't know, they don't trust, or anything of that nature, right? I think if we as men were going to say that we're going to create an atmosphere of accountability, like when it comes to men, that means niggas don't fuck with niggas that don't have shit, that don't have character, right? That have fucked around, cheated on their partners, fucked up and lost their families, all of these things that didn't step up. That's the only way that we as men in our own ecosystem can be accountable, by not giving space to individuals who do those things in our community. Because I'm only talking about men. Women be accountable for women. I'll tell women how to be accountable. That shit don't sound crazy. That shit sound crazy to me. But as men, we can hold ourselves accountable in our own ecosystem by but making it untenable for individuals who are doing these things to be in our circle, to have a safe space to do that. I don't fuck with niggas that don't take care of their kids. Like, I don't even know anybody that don't take care of their kids. Like, I'm not in bullshit. I'm not just saying for TikTok, whatever. Just left DC, 20 niggas. I don't know, not nan nigga that don't take care of his kids that I let around my motherfucking circle. Or treat his wife bad or anything like that. So that's the ecosystem I'm creating, and we just got to propagate that amongst all of us.
Uncle Vincent, I go.
So you came to my
May I say one thing?
Yeah, Zia, then I'll get you, Pula. Go ahead,
Thank
Zia.
you. You know what? I know this is going to be some shocking news to y'all, but you don't have to have sex with every woman that gives you access. I know it's crazy, right? You don't have to enter every vagina that's open. You too have discernment. Guess what? You can say no. But the problem is, a lot of y'all are so thirsty that you cannot refuse Smex, because majority of y'all are actually Smex addicts, and y'all need it because you're animalistic. And then you want to fault the women that were probably not using their best discernment, but then when you get them pregnant, it's all their fault. Why is it so hard to say, you know what? I don't really want to be with this woman. I'm not really into her like that. Let me at least wear a condom to make sure I don't get her pregnant. But you guys can't wait. Y'all pull that condom off so quick. You can't wait. And then you can't even control your nut. And then it's all her fault, but yet you're the leader. Got it.
Yeah, just like everybody who went and took the COVID shot.
Hold on.
Every person that went in there and took that shot, it is not the doctor's fault. It's not the hospital's fault. It's nobody's fault that you got dressed, went to a strange place, and let somebody inject something in your body. Now, when you start pop locking uncontrollably in 2030, don't tell everybody else to take accountability because you took your stupid ass over there and let somebody inject something in your body that you didn't know nothing about. Same goes for a dick. You go and open that little orifice in between your legs so you can feel good and let somebody ejaculate something inside of your body. Guess what? You're responsible for your pregnancy, man. When you wobble your ass home to your daddy, you think he want to hear about that snot-nosed little boy? He told your ass not to go out there fucking unmarried. But then you want to tell your daddy, but what about him? And he slapped a pure taste out your mouth because he raised you better than that. No, you was just a little hot crotch. And you wanted to go get filled up. And now you're paying the price.
Saul, that was a horrible analogy. Horrible. And let me tell you why that was horrible. Majority of us who were vaccinated was because our jobs mandated us to be. The terms and conditions of the vaccinations were so egregious that it was literally almost impossible to not be. Especially for those that are working in social realms, especially in hospitals and places like that. So for you to compare a mandated vaccine for those who do have certain types of careers where they cannot be around the general public unless they're vaccinated, or willing to pay $250 every 2 days to give a negative COVID test, is not parallel to men being unable to control their nut.
Yeah, I know. I can only give information. I can't give comprehension. I literally said those who volunteered to do it. When you voluntarily, use the word, literally, voluntarily, put your clothes on and went somewhere to get something strange injected in your body that you didn't know nothing about. I can give information. I cannot give comprehension.
Well, I will say,
excuse me, I'm still in the middle of speaking and I have a clock. I literally have a timer. So like I was saying, These individuals choose to go have unprotected sex with men who do not commit to them and think that we feel sorry for you. Nobody, and let me repeat, not even your mama, nobody feels sorry for you. When you was over there throwing it back and enjoying that nut, or even if you didn't get one, which is even worse, and now you sitting over here as a single baby mama, everybody is laughing at you. Nobody's laughing at him because he's gonna go find another woman who actually requires marriage. Just like all the Future's babies mamas and all the Nick Cannon's babies mamas. You think we feel sorry for them stupid ass women? No, because he showed who he was and you opened your legs to him anyway, just like the majority of you.
Okay.
Can I just, yeah.
Okay, CK, I'm gonna get to you. I gotta get to the new panelist, Hot Boy, and then you're after him. Hot Boy, you got 2 minutes.
All right, thank you. All right, so what I'm looking at is it doesn't seem like all the women are aligned with each other. First of all, you guys got the reproduction system. Your body is not the same as the man's body. So what that means by law is that you're going to be the one bearing the child if you were to get pregnant. You're going to be the one fully responsible for the child if you got pregnant, right? So you can't be out here just having loose smecks, right? Because the man could just walk away. You're the one stuck for 9 months. So it makes all the sense in the world to hold back that reproduction system until you find a husband, someone that you can lawfully hold accountable by making him marry you, right? Because then you got to look at the benefits of marriage and how the system is set up, right? The biggest problem to this is that we don't have all the women that are aligned with each other on that same topic. If 80% of the women, right, if you want respect, right, the first thing you have to do is learn how to dress correctly. Cover your bodies up. Start exposing yourself freely. Second thing, stop giving up your bodies freely. Remember, you have the reproduction system. Okay? Those 2 things right there. Number 3, learn how to listen, right? To understand so that you can have a husband that wants to have you. Men decide marriage. Men decide who they're going to propose to, right? Women decide who they want to lay kids with. You have the production system. But if you give it up to any man, then it's one of those men that's going to get you pregnant. So you should be wanting to hold yourself way more accountable than what a man is willing to hold himself.
Okay, go ahead, CK.
Listen, guys, I hear what you're saying. I agree with something you're saying. But y'all frying the fuck out of me right now. And how many of y'all would continue to fuck with a woman if she say, I'm not fucking you till you get married? Like, let's be honest. Maybe look at y'all motherfucking favorites list on the hub. Like, y'all, the women that y'all be talking about, y'all don't like the motherfucking women? Y'all favorites list the way y'all be beating that goddamn dick? Watching these videos, the way y'all be in the club trying to find a chick, and I'm just saying not y'all in general, but in general, like niggas ain't waiting till marriage to fuck. Most niggas don't even want marriage. They ain't grow up in a marriage. Their mama wouldn't marry. Their daddy wouldn't marry. They don't even know what the fuck that shit look like. And anything that they think about what marriage is gonna look like is gonna be some amalgamation of what makes sense that puts them in whatever position. And women do the same shit too. So if women today was like, I'm not giving you no motherfucking coochie till you put a ring on my finger, 90% of these niggas would crash the fuck out. Some of y'all fucking on a woman right now and you ain't fucking married. Ain't got no intention on marrying. She slide through, give you some top, give you some ass, and you move along. You ain't thinking about marrying this woman. And this woman say, I'm not fucking with you no more. If you don't marry me, you're gonna find the next woman that's gonna allow you to fuck on them without marrying too. I'm a nigga too, y'all. Goddamn, we gotta keep it 100 a little bit.
Bro, I just came on here and kept it 100. I just, listen, that's what I just came on here.